gonna make Greek yogurt parfaits, but I gotta wash some dishes really quick, and then we're gonna get into it. And I was like, instead of me being late, well, I'm already late, but instead of me being later, let me just wash these dishes on camera real quick, and then we're gonna get started. Happy Sunday, happy Sunday. I wanted to make this live stream to, let y'all know what is going on, what is going on. So we got strawberries, cherries, and peaches. And we're going to cut those up together. We're going to make some parfaits. We're going to hang out. We're going to hang out. Shout out to the members. This one is for y'all. Okay, we washed our dishes. We got that out the way. Now we're gonna get started with the Greek yogurt parfait. The first thing, that we're gonna do is I'm gonna clean the counter off. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wash off the strawberries and cherries, and we're gonna get those cut up. We're gonna get all our fruit cut up. And I am sorry that about yesterday we didn't live stream yesterday. I was braiding hair. I did my hair too. I had one of them days where I was like, I'm done. I gotta do my hair. I gotta do Ava's hair. So we got our strawberries here. We got strawberries. We have two types of cherries. So we have these dark red ones. And then I also have these ones. I have these cherries as well. We got some peaches here. Hey, Brandon. Brandon just became a member. Thank you so much, Brandon. Brandon, the other day we was talking about you. Because we was talking about Brittany Renner. We was talking about you, Brandon. Brandon said I become a member so I could talk to you. But yes, you guys, I'm going to be having my third brain surgery in 10 days. And yeah, I'm just getting everything ready, you know what I'm saying? I am going to do another live stream on StreamYard. And we're going to go over that video and the video I made about the first two brain surgeries. And then I also have some like other stuff that I want to talk to y'all about and show y'all. And then Brandon said, I just got back from Puerto Rico. Brandon, your girl Brittany Renner took off her job, and we were talking about her. And I was like, Brandon said he would drink her bath water. But Brandon, how was your trip in Puerto Rico? So I got my strawberries here, rinsing those off real good, real good. I'm gonna reach over y'all hair real quick. We gotta grab this bowl. What I like to do, I like to kind of rinse off all my fruit at the same time, and then when I get to the I can just cut everything up at once. Brandon said amazing. What food did you eat when you were in Puerto Rico? You know what, Brandon? This might be meant to be because you and me is the only one that can talk to each other. So, Brandon, you can say what you gotta say. And Brandon, I was so mad because one of those days that you had came up to the show, you actually put your number in the back chat. And then I closed out the studio, like the StreamYard, so then I wasn't able to get your number. Here's what and I was like, dang. Okay, when I wash my fruit, I like to use cold water. And then I'll put a napkin underneath my fruit so like any excess water can, like drain off and all that stuff. And Rand, so I'll give it to you again. You know what, Brandon? Somebody came up and they reminded me that you called me a glaze. You said, I think you said I like a glazed honey bun. And someone that was in the chat reminded me of that, and they were still laughing about it. So we got our cherries, strawberries, and then I got some peaches here. And I got a whole bunch of Greek yogurt. I have 2 different flavors of Greek yogurt. I'll show you guys that in a minute. But that's gonna make Brandon the sponsor of the show with that $2.99. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I appreciate that. So we got our peaches here. We got our cherries. We got a whole bunch of fruit. And then we have these cherries too. I'm just gonna rinse these off. I don't think I'm gonna put these in our parfait. I might just eat these. I might just eat these. I didn't even make my coffee yet. Okay, so what happened to me this morning is that I woke up kind of late. I woke up late and was like, oh no, because I wanted to get here at set like, I think like 8:30. And then literally I said, hey best friend. Hey, how are you doing? How are you doing? I wanted to make this live stream and tell you guys what's going on with my health. I know it ain't y'all business, but but you know, I talk to y'all all the time, every day, and even during my healing process. I plan to still go live, still talk to y'all. Hey Salty, how are you doing? And they said, wow, yeah, you're on early, yay, I get to see you. Oh my goodness, and Brandon coming through with some more sponsorship with the $2. He said, Men's Mental Health Month on Mo Love Channel plus 907. You know what? I have been hearing that it is Men's Mental Health Month, And my sister keeps telling me that she wants to do a panel on mental health. So before I go down, y'all, I'm having surgery in 10 days. I do want to try to get in a panel about mental health because my sister does, deal with depression, and she has a story to tell, but she really wants to do a panel about that. And mental health is just so important. And somebody said I cook fresh squash and BLTs for lunch. Okay. Okay. What kind of? Oh, she said I cook. I'm cooked fresh fried squash, like deep fried. And NF, what you cooking? Cause I know you. If you up early, you cooking something. And shout out to NF. She works hard, take care of her babies, cooking all the time, going live, even working. But you're saying me too as far as you dealing with depression. But she really wants to do that panel on mental health. And you know what's so funny? When I first started my YouTube channel, nobody cared. I would edit videos and send them to them. They would never watch them. So I started kind of just doing it on my own. But I am glad that my family now loves coming up on the panels. They love live streaming. They love talking to y'all. They really enjoy it. And I think that this can be good and bad for you for someone that deals with mental health. And then Rand said we have to talk about it. It's getting bad for men and women. Yes, but she definitely wants to do a panel on mental health. I think we should definitely do that. Yes, mental health is really important. I think it's kind of one of those things that we overlook. You know what I'm saying? And then when somebody crashes out or they do something crazy, we're like, oh, but it's like, no, there are signs along the way that we don't pay attention to, But yeah, she really wants to do that panel. She always talking about it. Y'all right, it is Men's Mental Health Month. Okay. We got our cups here. We got our fruit that we're going to cut up together. Let me get the cutting board out. I think I need to make me some coffee. That's what I think I need to do. And make some coffee. And Chibo got the eyes. That Chibo always in the back looking. And I said, child. And I said, wait, girl, what we waiting on? I'm having my third brain surgery. So when I made that video about my first two brain surgeries, it was only 16 minutes, and that's 5 years of my life. During that surgery, they were able to greatly decrease the size of my tumor. But what is going now is it's a slow growing tumor. It is growing back, right? And before it gets to the point of where it's messing with my motor skills, it's messing with the way I talk and all that stuff, they want to go back in. And you guys, I used to have a really big speech impediment. I used to stutter a lot, right? And I never knew why. After those two brain surgeries, I stopped stuttering. And it showed me that it was, definitely impacting my coordination, but I never realized it. But now I talk clear. So, gonna do a third brain surgery. They're gonna go back inside and take some more of the tumor out. They're going to try to get all of it, but if they can't, you know what I'm saying? I'm okay with that. I'm okay with them taking out as much as they can. Because I don't want them to get in there and be like trying to get all my brain tumor and be nicking stuff. We are going to do a live stream this week. I'm thinking Tuesday. I'm actually going to show you guys my MRIs. I have like a video of it from 2020 till now. And we're going to talk about all of it, y'all. Y'all can ask y'all questions. But, in the meantime, while we are still here and I'm doing good and I'm on my feet and I'm talking, I do plan to keep cooking and keep living my life. But pray for me out, Chief. But y'all pray for me. I missed some comments. Thank you so much, El Cheapo. And shout out to Brandon for coming through with the $4.99 being the sponsor of the show. He said, I fought depression and suicidal ideation for 20 years and beat it. I can bring my patient advocate on this panel to talk about it. That sounds great. And you know what, Brandon? When I talk about certain subjects, my bad, y'all. I had to get the yogurt. Okay, when I talk about certain subjects that involve men, I like to have men on the panel. You know what I'm saying? So this is one of the Greek yogurts. This is the Chobani plain Greek yogurt, and then this is the strawberry Greek yogurt. But when I talk about certain subjects that involve men, like when we talked about black families, I like to have a man on the panel for those type of conversations so that it's fair. And, you know, if it's Men's Mental Health Month, then we need to have a man on the panel. It's only right, y'all. It's only right. So yeah, Brandon would definitely be a touch. Okay, we're gonna cut the strawberries up first. The Greek yogurt. Oh, and then this is the granola. In our parfaits, we're gonna put granola. I got some toasted coconut here, and I have some honey. So let me get started, y'all. Let me get started. And okay, I charged my phone up. We shouldn't have no issues. What I'm gonna do after I make these parfaits is we're gonna sit down and we're gonna talk. Yes, but I would definitely love to have a man on the panel because it is men's mental health month. And then when I don't have a man on the panel, they were like, "You ain't right. You always trying to tear us down." I'm like, bro, ain't nobody trying to take. Yeah, like I woke up and was like, I'm gonna tear them down. That's not what the case. And thank you so much, Brandon. I feel like my life is crazy. I feel like my life is crazy, but I feel like there's a reason why God wanted me to make this YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like everything is for a reason, but sometimes it is nerve-wracking because we don't know the reason. And I'm very blessed to like, you know, some people get brain surgeries and they like lose function on one side of their body. They, you know, their faces, they have what I think they call it paralysis. You know what I'm saying? I'm still up here talking and walking and able to cook. Like, I can't even believe it. Okay, so we got a strawberries. I see what I'm doing. Let me move these sugar out the way. We got a strawberries here. Drink plenty of water. Stay hydrated, y'all. I know one thing. My chat is working today. Because I was having some issues with it last week. It would like stop moving. And so then it looks like I'm not reading the comments, but I didn't see them. But it's working today, so we ain't even gonna talk about it. Okay, we're making Greek yogurt parfaits, and this is the tell-all. Okay, I'm cutting these for the parfait, and then I'm gonna cut some strawberries up for Ava. Ava loves some strawberries, and y'all know it's strawberry season, so they be like this, nice and just juicy. Good strawberries right now. It's a good time to eat fruit. Or you know when you get that strawberry that's like tart, it's like, ugh. Oh yes, Brandon, I remember him. A lot of speculation about all that whole situation. So this is the crazy part when I found out about the brain tumor, right? Because then when you hear somebody has a tumor, you're like, okay, well, how did it get there? You know, what happened? So this tumor that I have, there are different types of tumors. They are sometimes classified as brain cysts. This particular tumor formed in the womb when I was a baby. It's like an overgrowth of cells, and it just doesn't heal right. And so over time, it grew, but I just never knew about it. And then when I was 27, I think it was because I had a lot of stress in my life also. But when I was 27, that was when I first found out about the brain tumor. Because I had gotten a car accident, right? And then I went to the hospital and I was like, hey, I'm having headaches, you know, my back is hurting. So they did a CT scan. And so in that CT scan, that's when it popped up. But I've had this brain tumor my whole life. I just never knew about it. And it formed in the womb when I was a baby, which is crazy. And so, like I said, there's different types of tumors. There are people who have brain tumors and will never need surgery because of the location of their brain tumor and the size of it. The size of it. But this tumor that I have is in the back near my brainstem, which is very important. You know, y'all, we gonna get into all that when we do the long live stream. I got some videos and everything. Wow, Brandon, I didn't know that. Brandon got the stats. Brandon is like a walking stat king. He got the stats for everything. Very, very smart. Okay, so we got our peaches cut up. Our strawberries cut up. We're gonna cut up our peaches. We're gonna see what these do. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I haven't cut a peach up in a long time. But in the middle of the peach, there's like this hard, the core. So I cut it in half, and then I twisted it and broke it. That's the inside of it. This is, I think it's called the pit or the core. We're gonna take this out. And when I'm cutting up stuff, I always like to have, excuse me. I like to have a bowl so I can put all my waste in there. You know what I'm saying? So you can kind of be working kind of clean. This is giving us trouble. When you guys are cutting up fruit, do y'all taste the fruit too? I do. And Brandon said, occipital lobe of the brain. I gotta look again. I know it's near like the cerebellum. I gotta look. Because there are 4 lobes of the brain. I want to be correct in what I say. But it's the part of the brain that deals with like coordination, balance, and motor skills. But like I said, I gotta look it up so I can make sure I'm correct. Because the brain is complicated. When I was going through medical school, and we got to the heart and the brain, those were my hardest chapters. Because I was like, whoa, this really, like, really breaks down. But that's one of the reasons why I wanted to become a CMA. Because I kind of wanted to learn more about what was going on. Because the way it happened was, I like, honestly, I feel like I was, like, sleepwalking. Because it was so, you know what I'm saying? Like, so sudden. Hey, Hawk, how are you doing? How are you doing? It was so sudden. So I kind of wanted to learn more about health and all that. Because I didn't understand any of it the first time that I had went through it. I didn't know what was going on. I was just praying about it. Hi, Hawk, how are you doing? How are you doing? We're making Greek yogurt parfaits. We got our peaches right here. Strawberries, 2 types of cherries. I can tell you one thing, this piece looks juicy. Okay, I'm gonna try a piece. Let's see what it tastes like. See what it's hitting for. I'm doing good, Jim. Brandon, I can definitely, this peach is delicious. Brandon, I can definitely tell you were studying to be a doctor because you seem very smart. But I'm just a CMA, and I can tell you, I give respect to these doctors and what they go through, because not only do they have to learn all that stuff, they have to deal with patients. And that's why a lot of doctors don't really have good side bed manner, because it's like they gotta focus on what they're doing, you know what I'm saying? And I was watching this video on YouTube, and it was about a heart surgeon. The heart doctors, they'll have like 4 surgeries in a day, and it's the medical team that actually opens up the chest, and then the doctor would just come in and do a couple of things. It's the same way with neurosurgeons. Neurosurgeons, there's a whole team of doctors. Like, they got all types. There are people who like get their room ready. There's a anesthesiologist, and then for my particular surgery that is coming up, it's a very long operation. It's like an all-day situation. So there is going to be two surgeons ready and on stand, you know, because like the main doctor, she needs to have backup just in case, you know, because it's a long operation. But yeah, and then I asked her, I was like, how many brain surgeries do you do in a day? And she was like, sometimes I will do 3 or 4 brain surgeries in a day if they're simple. But with yours, it's the only one I'm going to do for that day. So these doctors have a lot on their plate. So when you go into the hospital or you got a doctor, you need to be very respectable. And I'm like, I can't imagine being a neurosurgeon and having to operate on people's brains. You know, like, that's a lot of pressure. That is a lot of pressure. And chat, I'm not ignoring y'all. And Blaze said, are those Rainier cherries? Whatever you whipping up, I'll take 2. Yeah, Blaze, you always welcome. You're always welcome. And yeah, we're making some Greek yogurt parfaits. We got 2 types of cherries here. And these are Rainier cherries. How do you know that? These ones are Rainier cherries. Yeah, these ones are. Or both of them are. Is Rainier's a brand, right? And we got our peaches here. Look at that. Nothing like fresh fruit. It's so weird, but when I do these live streams and I'm cutting up fruit, y'all love them. Y'all love when I just cut up fruit. I don't know why, but it's like relaxing to watch people cut stuff. I don't know, it's very weird. But I will find myself watching these type of videos too on YouTube. I can tell Blaze is healthy. Blaze don't play. Blaze is too calm to eat nasty food. And I do think like the type of food that you eat does matter in regards to like how your mood is. You know what I'm saying? One thing about peaches, they are definitely messy to cut up. But shout out to Brandon for being the sponsor with the $4.99 and becoming a member. Thank you so much. And you guys, I'm going to be having my third brain surgery soon, but I am still going to make sure that there is content that is produced during this time. Because I was kind of like, I found out back in January that I need to have another brain surgery. And I was really sad. I'm gonna be honest. I was just like, dang, you know, like, what am I doing all this for? Right? And my sister was like, you can make your content about what you're eating during this process, or you can make it a part of your content. Oh, Blaze said I used to work in the produce. Okay, okay. So my sister was like, you can make you know, you can document your process. And it's so crazy because like when I went through my first two brain surgeries, I was like, man, I wish I would have took more pictures and I wish I would have documented more of the process. So it is so wild that now I have a whole YouTube channel and I'm having to go through another brain surgery. And it's like, you know, I gotta be careful what you wish for, because now it's like, not only do I have the foodie gang here, but I got the whole internet. So it's like, but I am gonna document it. I'm gonna show y'all what I'm eating. After the surgery, they're going to put me on a liquid diet. They're gonna put me on a liquid diet because they want to make sure that I do not choke, because I will have problems like talking and swallowing and chewing. And so they want to make sure that, you know, I'm okay to eat. And so I'm going to have to like sleep sitting up. It's a lot of crazy stuff that you don't think about until you're in that situation. Like one thing I would say is I did not notice how much I bumped my head on stuff until after that surgery. Like, just think about it. You hit your head so many times throughout the day. But they're going to put me on a liquid diet. And I was thinking about what my sister said about how I can still make content during this process. Because even if I'm not in the kitchen cooking per se, food is life. So even when we go into the hospital, even when we're sick, we still got to eat something. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we're still gonna make content. That's the moral of the story. We got strawberries here. We got peaches. We got our cherries. You know what I need to get? And I've never had one before. But I heard that you can get like a cherry pitter where it takes out the pit of the cherries for you. Thank you so much, Salty. Thank you so much, Salty. And Salty is our new friend, and we just love her so much. I love all the new people and all the day ones. You know, like for me, I made this post a couple of days ago, and shout out to Arnell because Arnell actually commented. Cooking is my happy place. And so that's why I love this channel. I love what I do. And Blaze said, you already know I keep you enabling my thoughts and prayers. The surgery will be a success. Speak on it and claim it. You know I'm around if you need anything. Blaze, you are so right. I feel like your mindset and the conversations that you have with yourself are very important. Like even when I was going through my first surgery, the first couple of, I had 2 surgeries. Second one was not planned. I was like, I am going to walk again. I am going to be okay. Like it's very, very important. But it was so weird. After that surgery, it was like my muscle memory was completely wiped clean. It was like it felt like I was a baby again. And I actually had to learn to walk again. They wanted to give me a cane or a walker, but y'all, I cannot get I cannot. It's hard to walk with 3 or 4 legs. Like it didn't make sense to me, and I was like, I just gotta get better. I gotta walk. Like I can't do this. I thought Eva had woke up, but they tried to give me a walker, and a cane. And I was like, nah. It was dangerous. I just could not get the thought of walking with 3 or 4 legs. It did not work for me, especially with the cane. I was so focused on how to walk because I have issues with my coordination. And so the cane definitely didn't work for me. But I agree with you, Blaze. Like the conversations you have with yourself are so important. And the things you tell yourself are very, very important. And so when Ava got hurt recently, it was hard for her to get back to walking. And she was like, Mommy, what if I hurt myself? I was like, Ava, you're thinking about the wrong thing. You gotta think positive. You gotta speak positivity into existence. And she actually wanted, because now she's in levels for gymnastics. She actually wanted to get out of levels and go to Excel, which is a little bit easier because they don't have so many rules. I was not going to let her give up in this way. If she wants to change, that's fine. But I don't want you to get hurt and then want to change. No, like I'm not letting you give up. But she's doing so good. We got her in PT. She's walking again. She did her handstand. I'm working on her hair right now. She got some new leotards coming. Ava is doing so good, and I'm so happy for her. You know what's crazy? My 3rd brain surgery was actually scheduled for, I think it was June 2nd or June 3rd, right? They called me. Because I set it up in January. They called me a month later and they're like, hey, we have to change the date of the surgery. And I was kind of like, oh, okay. And then in April, Ava actually got hurt. And is just now getting off the boot and the cast. So I'm like, man, God knew that I needed to be there for my baby girl. And that's why he pushed off that surgery. He already knew, like, I needed to be here to help Ava during her time of being hurt. And I'm just very, very thankful about how it all worked out, because I would have went to surgery and Ava would have been in a cast. I never would have wanted that. I want her, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I was pushing her so hard to start walking again and to kind of get back to her normal life a little bit, because I didn't want to go down and she's hurt too, you know what I'm saying? I don't want us to be hurt together. So I'm very proud of Ava. Oh, and we are gonna do a celebration live stream to celebrate Ava. I gotta sit down and plan out my live streams. So we got Greek yogurt parfaits. I'm cutting up some cherries right now. The only thing I don't like about cutting up cherries is like it makes your fingers red and all that. Normally I just eat them. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, but I'm gonna put a couple in the parfait. When you're cutting up cherries, don't have no clothes on that you don't want to get ruined. Cause look at this. It looks like I'm doing surgery. And now I'm just taking the pits out of there, or the. 42 minutes. Y'all hit the like button. Hit the like button. Shout out to Brandon for becoming a new member. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining the gang. We normally do these live streams on Saturday. But yesterday, I was like, I need to do my hair. I gotta get Ava's hair done. So I was doing hair yesterday. So here we are on a Sunday. Got 10:29 on the clock. Where are y'all watching from and what time is it? Okay, I'm gonna clean up, and then we're gonna start making some parfaits here. And the light red cherries, we're not gonna cut up. We're just gonna eat a bowl. My fingers are like permanently red now. I think my chat's stuck. Are y'all talking to me? Y'all talking to me, y'all. I had just said how I was so happy that YouTube fixed my chat and it wasn't stuck no more. And then as soon as I said that, my chat got stuck. And then, what y'all hey sis, how are you doing? How are you doing? And Brandon said, I'm going to try to get a Patreon started. Please let us know if she need anything, sis. Thank you, thank you, shout out to sis. And then Brandon said, W Ava. Oh, sis, shout out to sis. She in there reading the comments, even when they're not working for me. And then Blaze said Ava absolutely deserves a celebration live stream. She was the one who inspired you to start up your own channel. Make sure you have that Welch's sparkling cider on tap. You know what? I never opened that cider, and I still have it. But yes, we definitely gotta celebrate Ava. Man, I'm telling you guys, the kids are the future. I don't know what is going on in the world, but the kids are the future. And we definitely got to have a celebration live stream for Ava. And I told her about it, Blaze. She loves the idea. And I'm doing her hair. So when y'all see Ava, y'all, she gonna have a little attitude. She gonna have a little pep in her step. Okay? We got Ava back together. She kind of been going through it too, with her being hurt and not being able to do what she loves, how she wants. And shout out to sis because she will be helping me. Patreon is another app. I don't know if it's an app or a website, but it's like the same thing where you can have people like pay for memberships. I'll be honest with you guys. I have never actually gone on Patreon, but I've heard a lot of people about them having one. And then Blaze said exactly, you were saving it for the celebration last year. Yeah, I still have. I think when we did a mimosa bar, I think I had cider, but I couldn't open it, and so I still have it. I gotta get or I might have one now, a bottle opener. See, if I was a person that drinks beer, I could just pop the top with a lighter, but I don't drink beer like that. Okay, let me get this cleaned up. Let us get situated. We're gonna start making some parfaits here. But y'all, I'm not ignoring y'all. They done broke my cat again. I should never talk about it. And as soon as I said I was glad, that's when it all went down. Okay. Alright, let me dry my hands off. We got cleaned up. When you're in the kitchen, you're cooking, even if you're at home, it's important to clean up. So, is Patreon an app or is it a website? But yeah, a lot of content creators have a Patreon, and I think the reason why they do it too is because they want to have something outside of YouTube in case their YouTube ever goes down. And somebody told me I needed to get one too, but when you are a content creator and you work for yourself, it's not that easy to get all this stuff going. It's one day at a time. One day at a time. You gotta be patient. Got to be patient. And then Blaze said, yeah, I think several other content creators do have Patreon membership, but I've never actually been on that app before. Yes, Blaze, I agree. I've never actually gone on there, but I always hear about it. And it's just another way to support. And I already know that when I say this, and y'all gonna know what I'm talking about. Y'all gonna know who I'm talking about. Okay? The main content creator that I always hear talking about, and I'm gonna give these to Ava. So this is her little strawberries I cut up. And these containers are perfect because if you have kids, you just slap the lid on and I'm gonna put it in the fridge. Blaze, you don't like Greek yogurt? Or you don't like yogurt? So when Ava gets up, I have some toast for her. I'll make some toast for her and give her some strawberries. Blaze, you don't like Greek yogurt? So we got our little cups here. I'm going to put all my cups out here first. When I open my... Y'all are funny. And that's that I've never tried Greek yogurt. It's really good. It's a little bit on the healthier side, not as sweet as yolk plate. Not as sweet, but it's the Greek yogurt is good. And Rand said yogurt equals gas. What? Y'all get the bubble gas when you when you eat yogurt? I have never heard that before. Y'all are so funny. And Blaze, you don't like it? Why? It's too creamy for you? Yeah. And Brandon, how do you get gas? Oh, you're lactose intolerant. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. That makes sense then. If you're lactose intolerant. I was like, what? You get gas? Yeah, we don't want that. So when I open my yogurt, I like to stir it. Brandon, I feel like every time you pull up, you always say something that is so funny that we can never forget. Like how you would drink Brenny in his bathwater, we ain't gonna never forget that. What type of milk do you guys drink? Okay, so when I'm cooking, I like to use whole milk. So it doesn't, I like to use whole milk when I'm cooking. And then when I'm drinking milk, like eating cereal or putting some in my coffee, I like to use almond milk. But when I cook, I used almond milk one time, and it made my food taste so freaking weird. I was like, yeah, I can't do this no more. So the first ones we're going to make are the strawberry Greek yogurt, and then the other ones we'll make with the plain yogurt. You all see what I'm doing? Let me back up a little bit. Let me back up so y'all can see. You know who used to make parfaits that I used to love when I didn't know any better? Did y'all ever go to McDonald's and get the parfaits? They were so good. Lay says, just give me a nice sized fruit bowl and I'm a happy camper. Yes, Blaze, ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with some fruit. Especially now is a really good time to eat fruit because a lot of them are in season. So they're, you know, like they're going to be ripe. This is a good time to eat fruit. Y'all, okay, so y'all know I'll be watching a lot of different stuff. And then, Brandon said I use raw milk to bake. If you are lactose intolerant, you can digest it way easier. You know, there's a big debate about, I think it's raw milk, a big debate about that, whether people should be drinking it or not. Oh, what I was going to say, I was watching this video, and you all remember Anton Massey and Derrick Rose? I know y'all do, because y'all always talk about it. I know y'all remember. And then Blaze said, no, I don't like... Blaze, do you just not like dairy, really? That's kind of what it's looking like. Okay, so we got some granola here. Oh, I was watching this video that was saying that, you remember Anton Massey and Derrick Rose are both still on the run. Right? So now the police are harassing, allegedly to according to the auntie and the family. The police are harassing the auntie allegedly, and they keep driving outside of Derrick Rose's auntie's house because they're looking for Derrick Rose. And let's be real here, they don't know where the hell they're at. Okay, so they keep driving by. And they keep harassing the family because they don't got no other tips. And the auntie went to the news. Derrick Rose auntie. And it's weird. I think the news did a report on it. And she showed us videos of them, the officers outside her house. And they just keep messing with her. Because they think Derrick is there. But you know what? Them boys is long gone. Okay? They are not even in New Orleans anymore. Blaze, I love ice cream. And oh, you did a debate on the raw milk situation? Because, yeah, people don't like the raw milk. They think people shouldn't eat it and stuff like that. It's crazy. And Blaze, I know you love some ice cream. Blaze has always been talking about that ice cream forever. And Blaze, I owe you some ice cream live streams. We're going to have to get to that another time. Okay, so we got yogurt, some granola. We're going to put some fruit in there now. We can get some spoons for all this stuff. I need spoons for everything. Okay, y'all. Well, I guess we're gonna just get to it. We're gonna just make them. Let's see what it do. What did you come to what was the conclusion that you came to in the reports? I know I'm always moving the camera. I know. I'm always moving the camera, y'all. Okay, so here we go. Put some peaches in there now. Now that was a lot of peaches. So Blaze wants a fruit salad. I've actually made a couple of fruit salads on this channel. Ava loves the fruit salads. Put a couple of cherries in there too. And then we're going to put some more yogurt on top. So we got strawberry Greek yogurt, granola, peaches, and cherries. And we're going to put some more yogurt on top. Make sure you stir your yogurt. Stir it real good because it's been sitting, you know. I think that, like, any sauce, like, even if it's, like, mayo, I always like to stir my stuff first. And Brandon said raw milk is healthier, bar none. Yes, but you know what, Brandon? You have those people out there that speak against raw milk. I will say this, as you get older, sometimes you got to eat or drink stuff that might not necessarily taste good, but you do it to sustain your body and life and be here for your loved ones. So true. So true. And then Brandon said in North Carolina is sold as animal pet milk. Hey, Gihanna, what is going on? What is going on? So, really great documentary that I'm going to tell you guys about. Trying to think of the name, but it's called Rotten. It's a really good documentary series on Netflix. And each episode is a different food, right? They did one about avocados, they did one about peanuts, one about chickens, and they did one about raw milk. And I don't remember what state it was, but in this one state, it was like illegal to sell raw milk. And they had to go to like a specialty place to even be able to get the raw milk. And one woman was saying that she was getting it for her child because they don't do good with cow milk. Or no, it wasn't cow milk. She was saying like they don't do good with other types of milk or like with formula and stuff like that. So she was trying to get raw milk and she had to come super, super far to even be able to get it because it's hard to find, I heard. So we have our Greek yogurt, parfaits. We got our strawberry Greek yogurt, granola, cherries and peaches. And we're going to put more granola on here and some more. We're going to put strawberries on top. The great thing about this live stream is that this is the type of food I need to be eating. And and I'm glad y'all like it too. But you guys love when I cut up fruit and be standing here prepping. But G Honda, what's going on? What's going on, G Honda? Okay. Oh my god, I almost forgot the coconut. Okay, we're gonna put a little bit of toasted coconut and granola on top. See, I almost forgot about this. Not gonna put too much, just a little bit, a little something, something. Okay, I'm gonna do another live stream today. We're gonna have the foodie gang food panel. We're gonna I have 2 more weekends left. So we're gonna, we're gonna finish strong, y'all. We're gonna be live streaming all the time. So I have the foodie gang food panel coming up here. And I have to set up that live stream. I ran out of time. I gotta make the thumbnail, y'all. This is what happened. Hey y'all, look, I'm telling you my chat keep getting stuck, but I'm not ignoring y'all. Hit the like button. Yes, I am making parfaits. G Honda. Yes, 97 Rotten is amazing. North Carolina banned raw milk, but South Carolina encouraged it. Pet milk is how they get around that horrible law. Brandon, I am so glad that you are here and that you watched that documentary too, because you have more facts. Because I remember it was like they had to go to another town to be able to get the raw milk. It was crazy. But I like watching random stuff like that. Especially about food. Because I need to know everything about food. But y'all, Ryan on Netflix is a really good documentary. When I first started going live, I actually did a live stream talking about the avocado wars because of that documentary Rotten. That was the first time I ever heard about the avocados and all that stuff. It's just amazing that the foods we eat, we never really pay attention to. We don't think about the backstory. It gets on our plate and that's all we see. But we never think about the backstory. Let me actually put a couple on here. We never think about the backstory of, how it actually happened. But every piece of food has a story. Oh, what I was going to say, the Foodie Gang Food Panel, we're having that today. I will set up that live stream shortly after this one. I just ran out of time. But what we're going to talk about these ICE raids a little bit more. ICE went to a Walmart parking lot, right? And they was chasing down this illegal immigrant. And he threw a trash can at him. They tackled him, right? One of the Walmart employees tried to interfere. I guess he was trying to save him. He tried to interfere, right? So then they tackled the Walmart employee and they threw him into the ICE detainment center. And they were saying that he was illegal. It's a whole situation. We're going to talk about that. And we are going to... I'm going to show y'all the video. Brandon said, but in the U.S. it's far worse. Do you mean the milk situation, or what is worse in the U.S.? The illegal immigration? What are you talking about, Brandon? What you talking about? Okay, so these are our strawberry parfaits. We have strawberry Greek yogurt, granola, cherries, peaches, toasted coconut, and more granola. So here we go. So we're gonna put those off to the side. I might actually leave them on here because I have another board. Mmm. I know that's right. Randy said I'm talking about rotten and how they do our food. Yeah. Did you watch the one about the garlic, Brandon? I watched all of them. I don't. Are they still making those or are they done? But I watched the whole series. It was so good, y'all. And I always recommend that documentary to people or that series. Oh, and they even went to California. And they was talking about the wine and all that stuff. It was good. Okay, now we're gonna make some more parfaits with the other yogurt that we have. Ooh, yeah, the one on honey with the beekeepers, and they take the bees. Where did they take the bees to? They would take them somewhere, and weren't they like using the bees to do something? Oh, I think they were using them to pollinate the almonds. It was something like that that the bees were doing. Ooh, did you watch the one on the chickens? That one was crazy. Yes, we are sharing the wealth. No. Y'all gonna stop trying to say I'm harboring a fugitive. Y'all trying to get me hooked, hemmed up. Okay, Brandon watched all of them. Brandon, we gotta talk about that. It was crazy. So when they were showing us how the chickens are raised, and they were talking about the farmers and what they have to go through, and they were talking about, it was just really, really good. There was one that they also did on chocolate cacao. A lot of my earlier content is honestly based off of Ryan. I did one on the secret about, or I was like, oh, it was called The Ugly Truth Behind Chocolate. And I did that because of Ryan. I talked about the avocados. A lot of my, and I talked about banana wars. Like a lot of my earlier content was kind of on those subjects. You know what? But as a content creator, your content is going to change, and it should. There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? Because you're kind of figuring out what's best or what you like to do. Blaze, what you laughing at? Yeah, I'm not. Look, I don't know what, but they are stalking and harassing Derrick Grove's family because they cannot find that man. They don't know where these people are, and they just need to admit that. Oh, I forgot the honey drizzle. I'm gonna put a little bit of honey on there. They don't know where these people are. They just need to go ahead and admit that and say, we lost them. You said we lost them. We don't know where these people at. It's like, oh, we know you don't know. We were just waiting for you to admit it. And I kind of believe Anton. Some of what he was saying. Some of it was kind of cray-cray. And then Brandon said, I have a video of a baby chicken with her head grown upside down from one of the Smithfield farmers near me. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. But yes, y'all gotta check out Ryan on Netflix. Y'all gotta, keep your eyes open and learn about everything. Even if you don't feel like it matters, you need to know what's going on out here in the world. So this is a plain Greek yogurt. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Plain Greek yogurt is really not that. It's different than regular yogurt. So I'm only gonna put a little bit of this in the parfait. Because like when you taste this yogurt versus a yogurt that has flavor in it, you will see that it is not nearly as sweet. Wow, yeah, Brandon, don't get me him. They already think I'm hiding anti-Massey. And then, Blake said nothing wrong with switching things up. Stepping outside of your comfort zone is something all of us should do, whether we're content creators or not. Very true. Yeah, there's nothing. People be like, oh, you changed up. Yeah, I did, bro. I'm not supposed to live my life and be the same person. What the heck? That's the problem with some of these grown men and women out here. They have not changed anything. They have not learned. They have not grown up. They still want to go out and party and go to the club every weekend. You're supposed to be evolving in life and changing. Like that's what is supposed to happen. Don't let people talk you out of being you. Be who you are and love yourself. Yeah, we're supposed to change and do different stuff and try new things. We're not supposed to do the same thing every day. And don't be afraid to be different. Everybody's journey is their own journey. Some people got it super easy. Some people be going through a lot of stuff. But everybody's different for a reason. It's supposed to be that way. So we're gonna put some peaches in here. Or I'm gonna put a little bit of granola and some peaches. Put a little bit of granola in here. Okay, so we got our strawberry parfaits. Doing it with the plain Greek yogurt. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Plain Greek yogurt isn't that good, so I'm not gonna put a lot of yogurt in here. I'm gonna put a lot of fruit in here. Yes, and shout out to Blaze, always coming through with the knowledge. We got the peaches, and just dump a whole lot of peaches in there. Whole lot of fruit. Okay, so we put our Greek yogurt. Let me do this so y'all can see a little bit better. No, I'll move that back over here. Greek yogurt, granola, peaches. Put some strawberries in there now. I like to run a little bit of water in my dishes so that when I do wash them, they're not so hard to wash. And you don't have a bunch of like dry stuff on there. So I'll run a little bit of water in my dishes. Put this one over here. I'm going with the coconut. Okay, I'm just going to clean up. And we're going to drizzle these with a little bit of honey. I didn't have enough cherries for these 2 cups, so that's okay. That is the fun part about cooking, is that you can do what you want to do. Okay? Don't let them talk you into doing something you don't want to do. And Ava really likes this granola, so I'm going to give her this with the strawberries. And probably make some toast for her. Alright, y'all, we going to sit down soon. We're going to sit down, make some coffee. We're going to be chilling. Oh, I wanted to show you guys this. Have you ever had these before? Have y'all ever had these before? Okay, I got some hazelnut coffee. I'll make some coffee real quick. Oh my goodness. Hey Amber, how are you doing, y'all? My chat was stuck again. But let me come back up and read some comments. Hey Amber, how are you doing? How are you doing, YouTube royalty? And then and Brandon, what you talking about? Brandon said that food crusher at the bottom of your dishwasher can only handle so much. You know what's crazy? I wash all my dishes by hand. I don't even have a dishwasher. Oh, Brandon was talking about when I said I like to rinse my dishes off. Yes, I like to rinse my dishes off so that when I do go back to wash them, it's not so hard to get the food off. And shout out to Blaze. Blaze is so sweet. He said, Lord of the Mods, talking about Emperor, respect, prayers won't stop for you and your parents. May God continue to keep everyone in his watch. Amen, amen. You know what? Because there be so much going on in life. You'd be like, I know I wouldn't have made this without God. Because there ain't no way. Like, to go through all that we go through in life and to wake back up the next day ready to go again, like, it only can be God. You know what I'm saying? Like, there is no way. That's something, like, we're going to make it. Because Life be crazy. That's why for me, I don't try to stress. I don't like to argue with people. Because it's really irrelevant. You do all this arguing with somebody, and then you got to go back to your real life with all your problems. No, I need to focus. This argument is not going to help me with anything. All it's going to do is piss me off. Okay, so I got my Keurig machine. I'm going to make some coffee real quick. I got the table set up for us. We're going to sit down. We're going to talk. And I'm not going to miss no comments because I'm going to be sitting down. My music stopped. But we got some Greek yogurt parfaits. Yes, it's off. I feel that way. It's always something going on. Oh my, yeah. You know what? But I ain't gonna talk too much about YouTube, even though they do me dirty sometimes. I feel like there is more good than bad. And one thing that I appreciate YouTube for is connecting me with all of y'all, you know, making it to where I can have this content. So I appreciate them for that. But it made me so mad when I'm in the kitchen cooking and I think nobody's talking to me, and then I go up to the screen and then I swipe up and like, are you kidding me? They probably think I'm ignoring them. Well, he said when we rolling out the franchise, you know, oh, I forgot to put honey on these ones. You know what? I would be okay with like making like prepared food or frozen food that can be sold in the stores. But when I do something like that, when you're actually working in the kitchen and doing like catering or, you know, working in like a production, it takes a lot of time. So I would do something like that when Ava gets older and she can like drive herself. You know what I'm saying? But like right now, I wouldn't want to do anything like that because I know I'm like very busy. But you gonna got some parfaits here. Oh, and then I wanted to show y'all this because I wanted to know if y'all ever ate them before. So it is a biscuit stick dipped in strawberry cream and coated with pop rock candy. Y'all, let me tell y'all, this packaging looks very beautiful. The sticks even look beautiful. Have you guys ever eaten Pop Rocks before? They put so many Pop Rocks on one of these sticks. When I was eating it, I could just feel it like popping in my throat. And I could just feel it the whole way down. I'm like, this is not enjoyable. At least when you eat the candy, you know what's going to happen. But the stick, let me show you what it looks like. But the stick is misleading. Oh, I got this in here. These are good too. This is I just put this in here. These are good too. I'm glad I found that. But these sticks are not enjoyable because there's so much Pop Rocks on it. True telling you funny. True said that's what she said. She said she could feel you going all the way down. Oh my goodness. Y'all, look, we ain't gonna be able to do this if y'all not serious. Look how much Pop Rocks. All these are Pop Rocks. So that one cracked. Let me see if I get another one that's not cracked. And Kiki gave me these because she bought them because it's a pretty box, right? But you can feel the Pop Rocks going down. You can feel it in your heart. I'm like, who made this? Yes, they do look awesome. Like if you're having a baby shower or a gender reveal, this would be the perfect treat to have because they look really, really good. Which is why I tried one. Oh my gosh, they keep breaking. It's okay, I'll just show you all this. This is how they look, and the stick keeps breaking at the bottom. But maybe it's the way I'm opening it. This is the stick, so it's like a whole little stick. Perfect for baby showers, but don't give these to the kids. It's dangerous. But look how many, it's like a whole pack of Pop Rocks on here. I'm like, bro, man, if you ate this whole box, you probably have to go to the hospital. Like, you go to the hospital, it's like your heart popping, your chest popping. But I just wanted to show y'all those because somebody gave this to me even though I didn't want to take it. I said, no, I'll take these back. And True said parfait and yogurt mixed with apples, cinnamon, and granola is my favorite. That sounds really, really good. You know the reason why I don't cut a lot of apples on this channel? Because they go brown. You can put your apples in the water and lemon juice though, and it keeps them from going brown. But I just feel like when I make content, apples don't really hold well. And they don't look that appetizing. But I love me some apples. You know what's so good? Cinnamon apple oatmeal. But yeah, I just wanted to show y'all these. Tell y'all, do not buy these. If you see it, do not be persuaded. Or if you like a lot of Pop Rocks, you can. But there's 18 sticks in here. That's a whole lot of popping. Yes, is that Emperor? Emperor said, lemon juice or lime juice. Yes, that's very true. That'll help it from, like, oxidizing. Have you guys ever had chicken salad with apples or grapes in it? I know, it sounds weird. I know. It sounds like some other people type stuff. But, y'all, it was actually good. I said, okay. Put a little bit more sugar in here. Yeah, cinnamon apple oatmeal is really good. But I don't eat oatmeal a ton. Maybe I should eat it more. Sometimes, like, oatmeal, like, tears up my stomach. If I drink oatmeal, I can't drink coffee. Or I don't drink coffee at the same time. It's too much. Too much. Okay, we're going to get moved over to the table. I have some orange juice. I'm going to show you. I'm probably not even going to drink it. I really want the coffee. But I'm going to show you the orange juice because we're having breakfast. And the reason why we are here today is shout out to all the members. We normally do this live stream on Saturday, but we're doing it on Sunday. But the reason during this live stream, what I wanted to let you guys know, oh my goodness, shout out to Brandon for coming through with a $1, becoming a member, and coming through with a $10. And Brandon said, no, I ain't gonna tell y'all what he said. We don't talk about Brandon. But y'all show Brandon some love in the chat. But during this live stream, oh, okay, Gigi with the health. During this live stream, I wanted to let you guys know that I do have a surgery coming up. I will be having surgery in 10 days. It is going to be a major operation. But we're going to pray about it, and we're going to keep going with the content. We're going to finish strong up into the surgery, and we're going to keep live streaming. We're going to keep talking. We're going to keep laughing, because even though I have had 2 brain surgeries and I have another one coming up, at this present moment, I am still alive and well. And I would say to you guys, even if you're faced with like sickness or any type of issues, mental issues, you have to live for that day. You have to be thankful that you have that day. And don't give up. I don't think anybody should ever give up. But even though I have that surgery coming up and I knew about it since January, in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I could give up now, but why would I give up if God hasn't given up on me and I'm still here? I'm still alive. I'm still able to do all this stuff. You know, I could have spent that 6 months complaining, or I could have spent that 6 months enjoying my life. And what I chose to do was spend that 6 months enjoying my life, making memories, making content, you know, being a great mom, and just enjoying. You know, I feel like sometimes, so many times we spend so much time complaining, we don't even enjoy life anymore because it's like you spend so much time complaining. So I wanted to spend this 6 months being happy, cooking and doing what I love. And you know what? In this time, we have made probably 100 videos from January up until now. So if I would have gave up, the content wouldn't be where it is. The connections wouldn't be what they are. This channel wouldn't be what they are. And even when I go through surgery, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep going because I feel like also when you have kids, there is no giving up. Giving up is off the table when you bring in children to the world because that is wrong to bring a kid into the world and be like, you know what, I'm out. Peace. So I would, you know, never give up is the moral of the story. Keep going. I know there's some hard days. There's gonna be some tears, be some blood. You know what I'm saying? Some blood, sweat, and tears. But don't give up. Okay, y'all. We're gonna get to the table. I'm gonna get a taste test for y'all. We're gonna get to the table. And I'm gonna move this light. I got a whole ring light here. I got a whole setup, y'all. Okay. Go. And shout out to Troop, because Troop has an amazing story too. And I will say, you know, one of the things that I am really happy for, finger, is the people that I've been able to meet that have similar stories or have gone through a lot as well in their life. And so it's like, man, I just feel like it's a reason why everybody was brought to this channel. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the connections that we built, it was all for a reason. I feel like we were supposed to meet each other. I really do. Okay, so got that. Let me get the jewels so I can show y'all what it do. Let me get a spoon. Or spoons. That's my ass. Oh, I gotta fix this. I gotta fix this. You know when kids, they sit in your spot and they be changing stuff up? That's what's going on here. Yeah, life is life, right? Try to get it so y'all can see everything. So we got a whole lot of parfaits. Toya, I need you to come over here and eat some parfaits with me. So thank you, Brandon. Blaze said absolutely life has been hectic and challenging as ever, but the storms don't last, the dawn will break. Yes, you guys, never give up. I don't care if your back is to the wall and it's looking like you're not gonna make it, because you never know like what God has in store for you. And I feel like so many people in life think that they know everything. It is not possible for y'all to know everything, and we're not supposed to. You know what I'm saying? Let me get this situated. Let me move y'all a little bit closer so I can hit the screen and stuff. Okay. But okay, so Brandon said 907, adorable face, puppy eyes. Thank you so much, Brandon. Blake said 907 is you and God versus whoever wants to stop the play and lose. Look, I'm telling y'all, like, Toya or Miss Solistic, come on, get some. Wait a minute, I ordered the one without yogurt. Blaze, what we're gonna do for you is when you come through, we're gonna make something for you. I'm gonna make some fruit and ice cream for Blaze when you come through. But yes, nobody should ever give up. It's okay to complain. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to cry. Don't get stuck there. When you get stuck, this is the juice I have. So simply light orange, and then I got some coffee here, but I'm really gonna drink the coffee. It's okay to cry. It's okay to complain. Don't get stuck in that mindset. When you get stuck in that mindset, it's hard to pull yourself out, but it is possible. You know, gotta pray and all that stuff. So we got a whole bunch of parfaits here. I'm gonna take a sip of my coffee. Okay, I'm gonna try this one first. I got so much stuff around me. I'm gonna try this one first. So I'm gonna give that a try. This one has a strawberry Greek yogurt, cherries, peaches, granola, toasted coconut, and a little bit of honey drizzle. So let's try this one. Let's see what we're hitting for. Mmm. The granola is really good. It's like oat and honey granola. It has a little bit of cinnamon on there. Mmm. Mmm. Peach in there and cherries. Mmm. Mmm. She said one thing I do know. I'm like, Jackie, I'm your friend to the end. Look, and you guys gotta be careful who you keep around you. You gotta be good people. You know, like, one thing I can say, and shout out to y'all because this is a members only live chat, but everybody can watch. The members is chatting, and that's why I wanted to, when I first let everybody know about my upcoming surgery, I wanted it to be a members only live chat so that I can talk to the members first and the moderators. We are gonna do another live stream, and I'm gonna review that video where I talked about my first 2 brain surgeries. I got the video of the MRI. I got a whole bunch of stuff that we're going to talk about too during the second live stream, which will be open to everybody. But I wanted to let the members know first, have a serious conversation, because sometimes people be up in here trolling and we trying to be serious. And then Brandon said, Albert Einstein, the more you learn, the more you find out how much you don't know. That's what I love about y'all too. Like, we're humble over here. We don't be looking down on people. We be like, look, we know how life is, and we ain't gonna judge nobody. You can be up one day and down the next. You never know. Never know. But shout out to Truth. Truth had me rolling. He said, he said that's what she said. Look, when I used to work in the kitchen, food has a lot, or how do I say this? Food and SCX go together. Whereas, like, some of the references that we would make about food, like people, I don't know what it is. It's like it just goes together. So I'd be like, "Ooh, this tastes good," and they'd be like, "That's what she said." Or it's even like we would have customers that would come in. I don't know, like people. I don't know. People are just naturally nasty anyway. That's just so bad. Also, the food industry is male dominated, so I work with a lot of men. And the stuff that y'all be saying, y'all need to be ashamed of yourself. Mmm, this is delicious. Mmm, mmm. Mmm. This is actually better than what I thought it would be because it has Greek yogurt and it's strawberry Greek yogurt. But you know, Greek yogurt just has an acquired taste. It's a little bit different. But they say it's better for you. And the peaches are so ripe. The cherries are so ripe. So it's just juicy. See, like that. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Oh my god, this is so good. So all the recipes from like the barbecue and last Sunday dinner are on there. I'm running behind to update my recipes, but I got them all put up there yesterday. Mm. So the recipe for the ribs, the teriyaki ribs, the Cajun ribs, even the steak and the corn is up there now. The only recipe I owe y'all now is this one. Oh my god, this is so good. Now I'm gonna try this one with the plain Greek yogurt, and we're gonna see how that tastes. Mm. Drink plenty of water. Eat some fruit. It's fruit season. Okay, I'm gonna put that over there. Oh my god, that's good. Now we're gonna try this one. And my fingers are probably still a little bit red from cutting up the cherry. This one has the plain Greek yogurt, granola, peaches, cherries, strawberry, toasted coconut, and honey. And you can see like the juice is starting to form in the bottom from the peaches. Oh. Let's try this one. This is plain Greek yogurt. So plain Greek yogurt does have, it has like a more tart taste. They use it a lot when they're making like I think it's tikka masala is the one that has Greek yogurt in it. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, I'm about to get fruit wasted. Okay, so let's try this one. God, look at all that fruit in there. Oh. Mmm. What? What? I'm scared of swiping any buttons, but I see you texting me, Miss Solistic. Just type it in the chat. Oh, I see you, y'all. I'm sorry, I was over here eating. I think my chat is broken now. Okay, but shout out to Gigi. She came through. I feel like my chat is broken now. Are y'all talking to me right now? Because I don't see nothing. I see the last comment that I see is from Brandon. But shout out to Gigi, y'all. You know what? I never should have said nothing good about YouTube. Are y'all talking to me right now? Because I cannot see. But when this chat loads back up, and shout out to Gigi for coming through. Okay, sis is texting me around. She said, we talking, y'all. YouTube done cut me off from the world. The last comment that I see is Brandon's comment. And he's talking about Albert. But thank you so much, Gigi, for always supporting. I believe Gigi came through with $4 or $5. But y'all, it's not me. Okay. You know what? Since you got it, my sister's texting me. Shout out. This is why I need help. She had a good point. She said, get the tablet. I'm going to get the tablet. I'll be right back, y'all. I'm going to get the tablet. I'm going to be right back. This is why I need help. Okay, y'all. We about to get back. We about to get back up. I got Ava's phone here. I'm about to read the chat. My comment stopped working, but that's okay. I look, I'm gonna get y'all up here and I'm gonna shout y'all out the right way. Thank you, sis, for texting me because I was over here grub-a-dub-dubbing. I was over here. Yeah, YouTube is glitching. It's okay, they glitching though. They glitching. I'm about to get y'all pulled up on this phone though, and we're gonna see what y'all got to say. Look, they ain't gonna stop me, okay? They ain't gonna stop me. Okay, here we go. Let me turn this down. Yes, True Teller, YouTube is acting up. Like the city girls. They acting up. Okay, so shout out to Gigi. Here we go. For the $5. Thank you for keeping it real and positive. The parfait looks good. You know what? All I know how to do is be real and be myself. It seems like too much work to be fake. Okay, True. We see you talking to Miss Solistic. And Blake said, how much are we selling those parfaits for once we open up shop across the nation? You know what? By that time that we open up, Blaze, there might be inflation. So we might have to we're gonna have to figure out a price when we get there because you know, food want them quick. Oh, Miss Solistic, we hope you feel better. And she said, and SCX and food does go together. Yes, they do, y'all. And then on True Stuff, on a serious note, once you call a friend, I make sure you know you're my friend. I reach out for no reason and give without wanting in return. It's a small thing to do for people who need a lot. Thank you so much, True, for always being yourself. And we glad you found us. Blake said, naturally nasty sounds like a drink you might want to look into brewing up in the kitchen. But naturally nasty does sound like it should be a drink. And shout out to Gigi for the $5. Um, Sis said, laugh a lot of juicy food, laugh a lot making nasty. Look, look. I thought y'all was not talking to me, and I'm so glad that you told me to grab a tablet or a phone so I could read the comments. When I go live, I like to, engage with the comments. That's what we're here for. It'd be weird when people don't talk to the chat when they're live. Oh, yes, truth. You make your legend small. I answer the question. She said that's not a question, it's a statement. Um, no, Blaze, I'm not selfish. Blaze, you already know when you come through. Oh, she said she always smile and laugh. Girl, no, she don't. No, she don't. She look. Okay, yes, Emperor said, yep, your chat is broken. It sure is broken because I was stuck on that last comment. And I kept swiping up to make sure, like, it was not. And then Blaze said, chat is definitely broken. But now we back on. We back on, okay? They ain't gonna stop our show. Um. Ooh, okay. She said we gotta make better than sex cake. I did, sis, before. But we gotta make that soon. I agree with you. I agree with you on that. Oh, Gigi said, truth, that's so sweet. You're awesome. Ooh, Truth said he got some questions out here. Ooh, I don't know, Brandon. That's a good observation. And Blaze said, is there a drink called Slow Screw Against the Wall? Then you could definitely make some bank with a drink called Naturally Nasty. You know what? I actually like that name. It's funny. But there are some crazy foods out there and some crazy names. Oh, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set this up on the orange juice. Use it as my phone holder, or the second phone holder. Um, okay, so let me know, chat. Put a yes or no in the comments. Would you buy a drink called Naturally Nasty? Hmm. I'll tell you. Gigi said nope. Miss Lucy said, yep, I would buy it. Miss Lucy buy everything. She be shopping. Ooh, okay. What do y'all think I should put in the drink? I feel like it has to have strawberries in there. Ooh, maybe like a tropical drink. Y'all know that drink, the Sex on the Beach? Have you ever had that before? It's gonna be like a Sex on the Beach, but with no liquor. Mm-hmm. That's what we're gonna do. And then, so they don't sue me, I'm gonna add a little bit of blueberry to it. Mm. Okay. Plain Greek yogurt is tart. But even with the fruit and the honey and the granola, it's like the perfect balance, and it's making my mouth water. Truth to I think that yes, y'all. Sex on the beach with no liquor. We're gonna add a little bit of like blueberry puree to it, Cause you know when you take something from somebody else, you gotta put a little spin on it. Yeah. Look, Blake says strawberry cherry and peaches a drink for the ladies. Men, y'all need to be buying drinks for the ladies. That's the problem with y'all. Yeah. You like, baby, I got you something. She was like, what you got for me? We're like, baby, I got this drink called Naturally Nasty. She like, ooh, you got it for me? I mean, before you know it, you're gonna wake up in the bed. Yeah. Yeah. And Gigi said, Blaze, anything fruity they love. Look, I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to help you get the results that you need in your life. I'm gonna make a whole drink for you. And then you could be like, thank you so much, Big Bank. I've been trying to talk to this girl for 10 months and I finally got her. Yes. Sis said that's left like that's when clothes come off and pull out bag with freaky no. You gotta be careful. There's a freak, there's freaky, and then there's a diddler. You gotta be careful. If you pull out 5 bags or he got more than like five, like you're like, nah, something came up, I got to go. Be careful out here. Some weird people out here, y'all. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the ice raid on the Walmart parking lot. I almost have this thumbnail like 80% done. See, this is why I can't be serious with y'all. Truth said. Okay, shout out to NF for coming back. Truth said, Toya can ask me to buy her a drink anytime. The rest of them better go find T-Pain. Y'all remember that song? I'ma buy you a drink. Blaze said, well, you gotta make it first and then I'll be on my T-Pain and buy you a look. That like in the little commercial that I make, that could be the commercial. Like part of it could be like T-Pain singing. I'ma buy you a drink. That was my little sales pitch. Jihan, I got you a parfait right here. Knowing this. Look. I got all those for you. You just gotta come to the Arctic. But right now the Arctic is warm. Y'all saw me outside when we had that barbecue. You know what? My uncle came after. Um and NF said I seen that video earlier. Best friend at work. Which video? And truth, I would be wrong asking you to buy me anything. Ooh, yeah, y'all. Every woman is not out for money. I don't know what is going on and where these scandalous women live that y'all know. But if you want to know more about scandalous women, and reviews, go to Gihanna's YouTube channel. He be reviewing everything. Body cam footage. You talking about Tiana Taylor. He got one where he's going to talk about Brittany Renner. So Ren, head over there. Shout out to Gihanna. Oh, you seen the video about the Walmart immigration rate. We're going to talk about that in a couple hours. Yeah, that Walmart rate was crazy. And then, and NF said, I was at work earlier, but I'm home and now. Jihan said I want a parfait. And Jihan, don't Jihan, every time we cooking something, you always come in here and saying, dang, the nasty onions. Now you coming up in here trying to tack on more waters. Thompson, where's the kiwi and the blueberries? Jihan, we're waiting on you to send the money for the blueberries and kiwis. That's where they at. Okay? Yes, y'all, that Walmart immigration parking lot raid was crazy. Y'all saw where that man threw that trash can at ice real quick, y'all. Jahan dropped the link. Y'all subscribe to his YouTube channel. And I have my second little phone up here. My chat's not working on this one. That's why I'm looking off to the side. Y'all, ICE is not playing. They got big old guns on them. They are not playing. They're going to Home Depot. They're going to Lowe's. They're going to funeral schools. They are not playing. And I know. Let's see if I have something wet in my mouth. I know that California is classified as a sanctuary state. Trump don't give a F if you got a sanctuary state or not. It was a Walmart in California. I think it said it was Pico Rivera. I think it's what they call. But Trump don't care about that whole sanctuary city thing. He don't care. They don't care about that. They already said there is no sanctuary places within the U.S. So the raid was crazy, and what's going down in California is crazy. Shout out to the people that live in California. And NF says, sis facts, but life is hard, especially with no help. Yes, I agree. And yes, Miss Alyssa, you need to take a day off. And then Blaze said, all right, new drink. 1 part Alizé, 1 part Cristal. Alexa, Thug Passion by Tupac. 907 needs a little bit of inspiration. Yeah. Yes, this is Chobani Greek yogurt. But I have had, doesn't Chobani only make Greek yogurt? This is Chobani. I had the strawberry yogurt I had was great value, but the regular Greek yogurt that I had was Chobani. And they have flavors. Yes, it was crazy, Gigi. Empress said the way the laws are written, ICE and Border Patrol can literally patrol the entire state of Michigan. Wow. And Emperor, shout out to Emperor. Lords of the Moderators, always coming through with the facts. It's such an honor to have you here because I know you're a busy man. And he said Border Patrol even pulled me over a few months ago. They walked up on me. I had my gold badge around my neck. They had to leave me alone. Emperor, you look like a regular, not a regular, but you, Emperor, what ethnicity, y'all know what I'm trying to say, are you? Y'all know what I'm trying to say. It made me so mad because right when I got on this live stream, that's when I couldn't talk no more. But y'all know what I'm trying to say. And Emperor, I heard you like 6 foot. I heard you a tall man. They better not pull up on you. And Gigi said, my best advice, if you're not here in U.S. legally, you need to leave. No place safe for you. Yeah, just go ahead and self-deport. Get on with, they're not playing with you. They do not care. Go ahead and self-deport. They are coming for you. And sister, what is gold badge for? Yeah, what does that mean? Are you he said I'm a Kentucky colonel, aka a commissioned peace officer. Okay, you know what? I knew Emperor was important. Yeah, sister, what does a peace officer do? Okay. Dang, Emperor is 6'7". Oh my goodness. And I thought you were black too, but I didn't want to say nothing. I wanted to let you tell me. But they pulled up on you. Y'all, they are not playing like Coach Ferg said. You better have them papers. You better have them papers ready. Okay, Empress said, I'm a black dude. I don't even look like a foreigner. I'm 6'7". Yeah, that's why I'm surprised that they pulled up on you. And dang, Emperor, you're tall. You what everybody looking for in these streets. Okay, so I have two different parfaits. This one is the strawberry one. It has strawberry, Greek yogurt, peaches, granola, cherries, honey. Oh, and toasted coconut and strawberries. Blaze, I faded off. Blaze, stop smoking. And then sister left off Blaze. It was sex part food. Yeah, Blaze is stuck on that drink. Ever since then, he ain't been able to get his mind out the gutter. Blaze is over there with a notepad writing everything down. And no, I'm not avoiding Blaze. We love Blaze over here. And then Empress said that badge allows me to conceal carry and open carry. Oh, maybe that's probably pulled up on you. Blaze, ever since we talked about that sex drink, Blaze mind been in the gutter. Blaze, like, we need you to come back. Yeah. And then Empress said a peace officer is basically a peace off or a peace officer is basically a police officer. Yeah, yeah, that's why y'all need to put some respect on Emperor's name. Okay? Lords of the moderators, okay? YouTube royalty. If you know, you know. um, Blaze ain't been right ever since I talked about that drink naturally nasty. Empress said when I go to the ER and they see my badge and other credentials, I have to check my weapon with them. I still carry it, but they know there's an armed person in the ER. Okay. I'm gonna be real with you, Ember. If I saw you in real life, I would be very scared. You said you're 6'7", bro. Anybody that's 6'7", you just I don't got too much to say to you. I'm just gonna leave you alone. Let you be. Yeah, Blaze, are you okay? Are you crawling out the gutter? Blaze is so funny. And you know what? Blaze be in a lot of these like conversations where it goes crazy. So Blaze and Emperor are two people that have seen every side of YouTube. And they have seen the crazies. They've seen, and you know what? I'm glad y'all never got sucked in. Okay, Emperor said he's not higher than a police officer, and they can still pull him over, but when they see my stuff, they leave me alone. Emperor, what made you want to become that? I think I've heard of that before. A peace officer. I think I've heard of that title before, but I didn't really know what it was. Y'all, anybody that it would be hard for me to be like a surgeon or a police officer. Like, it's too stressful for me. But shout out to the people who choose to do those roles because that's a lot. Okay. This strawberry one was by far my favorite. So good. But I love how you get the sweetness and the tartness from the one with the regular Greek yogurt. But the strawberry Greek yogurt, it was so good. And Empress said a friend of mine who was also a Kentucky Colonel nominated me. The governor of Kentucky then approved it and gave me my commission. How long have you been doing that? Woo, y'all. Oh my god. I kind of want to eat one of these strawberry ones again because it's so good. So, got plenty of parfaits. Um, for Sunday dinner, we're going to just whip something real quick together. And then, like I said, we're going to have the panel show in a little bit. We're going to be talking about, I'm sorry, y'all, I got to fix it. My hair is just always on a different program. And G said, I want peaches and cherries. Yes, y'all, these peaches are so good. And I think when I cut them up, it makes more of the juice come out. Oh, I got a lot of parfaits over here, y'all. Don't even worry, sis. Don't even worry. And Empress said, you know, Harold Sanders, founder of KFC, he was a Kentucky colonel. Okay, so a Kentucky colonel is the same thing as a peace officer. That's what that means. Man, Emperor be having so much knowledge. It be like every time you talk to Emperor when you come to the chat, he be teaching us stuff. We always learn something. And then Gigi said our peaches aren't ripe yet. Gigi, remind me of where you what state you're in, and everybody else let me know too what state you're in. Oh, in North Carolina. You know, every time I hear that, I hear that song. North Carolina, take my shirt off, wave it around my head like a helicopter. That was if you know, you know. But I have some family in North Carolina, and I've been to Charlotte. I flew into Charlotte, but they live in Salisbury. Is that close to where you are? And then Carolina gets girls best in the world. Aww. Okay, so for North Carolina, have you ever had that drink, cherry wine? Yes. Okay, so Gigi said 45 minutes from me. Okay. Yeah, I remember it was Salisbury, Greensboro. We flew into Charlotte. Y'all, it was so hot and I was not ready. I wasn't ready for it. Yes, cherry wine. You know what? I my family is from North Carolina, and they used to mail us cherry wine soda like cases. And when they would mail it in the winter, it'd be perfect because it would be so cold by the time it got to us. But recently, I was in the store at Fred Meyer's, and I saw cherry wine soda, and so I had to buy it. And I even on the live stream, it was like a couple of months ago. On one of my live, I do a lot of live streams. I showed y'all the cherry wine. So, and speaking of which, um, I knew our 2 year anniversary was coming up, but I forgot about which day it was. The studio sent me a reminder. Our 2 year anniversary was on the 17th of June. This channel is officially 2 years old. You know what is so crazy? I think I have like 800 videos on here. I literally have more videos than days I've been on YouTube. That is, I was thinking about the math because it's only 365 days in a year, right? I'm like, dang, That would literally mean I would drop in a video every day. I wasn't though, because sometimes I would go live like 2 times a day, 3 times a day. But I was thinking about the numbers. And I'm like, I have more videos in the days than versus the days I've actually been a YouTuber. But on my daughter's channel, Ava's Playtime, we just passed 400 videos. The difference between her videos and my videos is most of her videos are edited. So it's a lot of editing involved with that particular channel. But yes, and then I was like, dang, I talk a lot. But so on Ava's Playtime, we have less videos on there. The channel is older. She's coming up on her 3 year mark. The difference is though, all her videos are edited. We can live stream over there, but there's no comments, so it's kind of weird when we live stream. I did start a third channel, Time for Tea at 9:07 Good Eats. And what I want to do, because after my brain surgery, this is my content plan. Okay, after the surgery, I'm gonna pause the Foodie Gang food panel. We're gonna pause Time for Tea. They're gonna go on hiatus. We're gonna keep Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bank open. We're still gonna continue that. But those live streams will not be cooking. They will be me talking, me eating, or me showing y'all how outside looks, right? But the cooking will be the last to come back. The panel shows will come back first because it is easier to do a panel show because I don't have to do 100% of the talking. So, Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bank, we're going to keep that open. I plan to still live stream um, like off my phone and show y'all what I'm eating and all that stuff. The panel shows will be the first to come back because those are easier. I can go live with people and they can help me out with some of the talking, right? This is my idea for the cooking. Have y'all ever saw Big Belly Bob? He is in the mukbang sector, but he does a lot of like mukbangs and he does a lot of cooking videos, right? But when he is cooking, he's sitting down. So I'm gonna get a griddle and I'm gonna try to get it to where we can sit down and cook. Where you're definitely not gonna be having any more outdoor lavish spreads. Like the barbecue and the fruit mukbang outside, we're probably not gonna be doing that for a minute. And yeah, sis is definitely gonna be helping me out. Everything is kind of covered, but this is my plan. When I designed this channel, I knew that I had a disability. I knew that there was a possibility that I would need another brain surgery. I knew that, and that is exactly why when I created any of my channels, but especially this one, I wanted to sell my talent and not my looks. That's why y'all don't see me up here doing cooking with Kaya and twerking and all that stuff because I knew that there was a possibility that I would need more surgeries. I may not even want to get on camera. So I wanted, like, when you guys come here, I wanted y'all to come for the cooking. You come for the conversations. You don't come for the looks and all that stuff. But when I designed this channel, I have my disability in mind. And honestly, my channel can go faceless. Even when I do my StreamYard live streams, I could just turn the camera off and be sitting in the dark. Even with my cooking, I can be doing tutorials. I cannot talk right now. Y'all know what I'm talking about. My channel can go faceless. And so when I design my channel, I have that in mind that there may be a day where, you know what I'm saying, I may have to go back in. We may have to go into handicap mode. So I kept that in mind, and that's why I didn't want to sell my looks. Like, I get it, you know what I'm saying? But that's not what I wanted to do. And I also feel like when you sell stuff based off of your looks, it's very short term. And then Blake said, keep going 907, real work pays off. Yes, so we're going to keep going. That's the plan. Thank you so much, Inna. She said we love you, so keep it up. And G said it's fun, but a lot of work. What's a lot of work? Having a YouTube channel? Just as long as the live streams don't interfere with the healing process, then okay. And Blaze, I'm glad that you mentioned that because I want to talk to you guys about that too. You see how I'm reading the comments and I'm having to think and I'm having to respond to each one of them. So after you have brain surgery, what happens is that your brain kind of goes offline. It's like a computer, and then the main function is shut down. So your brain goes offline. So immediately after the surgery, like a day or two after, they want me to get up. They want me to be moving around. They want me to be talking. They're gonna give me a lot of puzzles and a lot of like math questions because they want me to like get moving again. So I was thinking about it, and I think that me live streaming and talking to all of you guys and having to like make my brain work as far as me reading the comments and answering, I actually think that this is going to be helpful for me during my healing process to be able to like because it's like I'm pushing my brain to work, and that's why a lot of people don't cook and talk. 'Cause it's hard. But yes, Gigi, them outdoor live streams are a lot of work. So I got to set everything up. But I love cooking, so it's not a bad thing. But I actually think this YouTube channel will be helpful in helping me to recover because it's making my brain have to work. I have to, you know what I'm saying, read the comments, answer them. It's making me think. And this is what they want me to do. It's like by giving me all like the math questions or like the work papers and the puzzles, all of that is making my brain work, and that's what this YouTube channel will do. It will help me at the same time. So I think I should I'm gonna continue this. It's very helpful. Even now, you know what I'm saying? I'm someone that's sitting up here with a brain tumor as we speak, and I've been able to produce all this content. I'm able to like hold conversations. This is good for me because I'm practicing. I'm talking, you know what I'm saying? I'm moving around. Versus if I just like lay down all the time and y'all, it made me so mad the last time I had brain surgery because they came and it was like, get up. I'm like, what? I just had brain surgery. What you talking about? Y'all, them physical therapists, they was not playing. But I remember the first time I brushed my teeth on my own, I felt so accomplished after my surgery. And then Miss Alyssa said she has to work on getting brain functions to work. Yes, I do. So this will actually be helpful for me. And the Empress said, back at my desk, had to get my pop's dinner warmed up. Shout out to Emperor for taking care of his parents. You know, like we all want if you guys have kids, you all want your kids or someone that you really care to take care of you. And when you see the parents like or the kids put their parents in nursing homes, sometimes they have to. But if you're able to care for your parents, that is great. Um, and Empress said, right, my mom had brain surgery in 2019. That is shit is no joke. Very, very true. Very, very true. I play games with my 93-year-old dad. Word games feed the brain. Yes, they do. And that's why, like, after the surgery, they'll be giving me, like, math questions, a lot of, like, I Spy puzzles. You know, like, or, like, the Where's Waldo? They'll give me, like, that, and they'll have me do puzzles. Y'all know when y'all be watching the movies, and they be in the crazy house, and they be doing all that weird stuff? I'm gonna be doing stuff like that. Well, it's like you do the puzzles, you be writing down stuff, and everybody's like sitting at a table talking. It's gonna be like that. And since we talking about B plus mean you can help anyone. Um, and yeah, shout out to my family because they definitely hopped in there last time. But I would say, man, last time was so crazy. Make sure y'all go check out that video on the video tab of my page talking about my first two surgeries. That was a crazy experience. Literally walking to the hospital and all that happened. And thank you so much, Blaze. And then sister, I plan to stop working fully to help her and my niece out. Yes, and then when it happened last time, I had just moved to Alaska 4 months prior to the brain surgeries, but I never knew about the tumor, right? So when all of it happened, Ava had to stay with Toya, and I felt so bad for her because it was like she knew them. You know, they would come down and visit and stuff, but she didn't really like know them. Now she really knows them. You know, I've had having serious conversations with Ava. She already, you know what I'm saying. And Gigi said, bless you, Miss Solicit. You're awesome, sis. They say challenging the brain will build new neural pathways. Shout out to Angela. It definitely does. And that's what they want me to be doing. You know, they don't ever want you to go into the hospital and just be laying there. Let's be real. The hospital is a business. They want you to get around and get moving so you can get up out their room so they can give it to somebody else. But they don't want you to just lay there. And they're not gonna let me. They was on my ass last time. And then Empress said, yeah, I tell my parents the only way I'm putting them in a nursing home is if taking care of them will put me in danger. But shout out to Emperor because some kids are not able to or don't want to. Their parents go in the home, which is nothing wrong with that if your parents want to be there. But I think it's awesome that you're able to take care of your parents. And Miss Alyssa said, thanks, I believe family should support. Yes. And Gigi said, you got this. God's got you, girl. Yes, last time I called Troy, I was like, Troy, they told me I got a mass in my brain. She was like, oh my gosh. I'm telling y'all, we were so shocked. We were caught off guard. This time, we have had time to kind of plan, get everything in order, talk about what the game plan is. We've had time to break this down to Ava. We didn't have that last time. We didn't really have time to even talk to the doctors. Like, it was so sudden and it was a crazy experience. But I'm glad I lived through it and I'm here to tell my own story and it's not being told about me. Um, I'm so thankful, very, very blessed. And then Teresa, all jokes aside, if you need me to come help you out while you recover, I'm a phone call away. True, we need you to come see about Miss Holistic. She might need some more support. Yes. And she said, Miss Solis said, girl, I love my niece Ava. She cried her ASS off in the beginning. Yes. So this time is different because we've had time to like mentally prepare. We were able to talk to the doctor, the neurosurgeon. Like it's just a way different experience. Oh, I get it. Be positive. Okay, I get it. That's what B plus means. Yes, we are. Yeah, I agree with that, Blaze. We only accepting positivity. That's why we did a members only live stream. I wanted to let y'all know about it first before we started talking to everybody else because let's be real, trolls be trolling, super irritating. And you know how some people be letting the trolls rock on their channel? I'm like, look, I can't take it. I'm trying to tell y'all something. I'm trying to give y'all a speech, and somebody's in here talking crazy. Um, and sister, I was driving when she called. The way I hit 60 miles per hour in 35-minute lane, you turned that. Yes. When I told Toya, because she's the first person I called. But you know what? It is so crazy that we are still here after all this time. And think about what you guys have been through in your life too. Like, it's just crazy the things that we go through, the things that happen, but glory is to God. Like, it's all in God's hands. He already knows what's gonna happen. Empress said, "Yeah, we found a grade 2 benign meningioma in my mom. A week later, she was on the table getting it taken out. Y'all, they don't play. They don't play. Oh, thank you so much, Drew. Oh, wow. He said then my mom had to have radiation for like 2 months, 2.5 months. Wow. Wow, Emperor. Emperor has definitely been through it. I'm just so glad that your parents have you. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like as a parent, like, we all want our kids to take care of us because we would all do it for our kids. And it's just sad sometimes, like, some of the relationships that you see, it's just heartbreaking when they're not good or they don't get along with their parents. And then Empress said, I have my good days and bad days. I dropped a couple of tears earlier today. And I want to tell y'all this there is nothing wrong with crying. There's nothing wrong with being sad. Because at the end of the day, we are all humans. Yes, Gigi. She said, I have low tolerance for trolls. That's me too. You really only get one chance. Like, I don't do all that. I'm gonna let you say what you gotta say. Everybody got an opinion. Yeah, that's true. Everybody do got an opinion. That don't mean I'm about to let you use my platform and say your opinion. But I get what you're saying. Mm. But yes, Foodie Gang, that is what's going on. Third brain surgery coming up. I am gonna do a live stream where we're in StreamYard. I got some videos, some pictures, and I'm gonna answer y'all questions if you guys have any. And I'm gonna show you guys a picture of my brain. Yeah. And you know what's so funny? I used very private person. A lot of people in my real life don't even know about any of my health at all. But I want to share it with you guys and with the world because my story may help somebody else out. There are other people that are going through, different things and they feel like giving up. And what I want to say is I don't think anybody should give up if you're still breathing. Because that means that God has not given up on you, so you should not give up on yourself. Um, it's how I feel. And Truth always got something to share. Shout out to Truth. Shout out to Truth, and he has an amazing story as well. And it's just such a blessing. And all we can do is pray and thank God. Like, because it's like, think about it. How many times have you almost lost your life? How many situations have you been through that you weren't supposed to make it, but you did? And it's just like it definitely puts the stripes on you, and you're like, okay. And see, you can tell somebody that ain't been through nothing, and then you can tell who been through something. Because people that have been through a lot don't even get worried or stressed out when something happens. Because they be like, I already know God got me. I already know that. And when people be like scared and all that stuff and mad and freaking out, like you don't believe your faith is not where it needs to be, and that's okay. That's okay. But if you know God, you already know that even before you lay on the table or during that car accident, He already got you. Everything happens for a reason. Sometimes we don't know the reason. The reason may come years later. It may come tomorrow. But I don't think anybody should give up. Keep going. One day at a time. We do not have the answers. I don't know why y'all think. Not y'all food gang, but the other people. I don't know why y'all think y'all know everything. I know I don't know everything. I'm still learning. I'm still a student. You know what I'm saying? But we've been up here for 2 hours and 30 minutes. I do not want my phone to die. Y'all remember when we had the barbecue and my phone died and the screen went black? Ooh! You know what? I feel like this channel is gonna be responsible for hooking up a lot of people. Cause it's just like it's all love. It's just good vibes, positivity. You know what I'm saying? And Blaze, I'm gonna have Freezy do prayers for you and Emperor and Bible study. We gotta look out and cover each other too. Thank you so much, Blaze. And shout out to No Cap TV with Freezy. I was actually over there before I hopped on this live stream. I always try to go over and support when I can. Sister, I almost lost my life 3 times. Glory be to God. You know what I mean? Life is crazy. Yes, I'm happy to be here. That's how I feel. That's why I don't be arguing with people. I don't get stressed out. And honestly, after that, the first 2 brain surgeries, I was happy to be a mom. Even if that meant I was gonna do it by myself. But I was happy that, Ava still got her mom. So I went off. I did physical therapy, occupational therapy, and speech therapy, and I was happy, and I still am happy because just like no matter what happens, like I've already gotten so so many years added onto my life that I didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? So I was happy to be a mom, and I still am. I love my baby. Blake said, "Nah, you overcooking the phone. Don't let her around the grill again." Look, y'all heard John say he was gonna marry me. You know what's so funny? I was doing something, and Ava was like this. Let me show you what she did before we get up out of it. She was like this. She was like waving. I was like, Ava, what are you doing? She was like, I'm getting ready for your wedding. I was like, what? She was like, you're gonna marry John. Ava always talks about that every time. I'm like, you're not gonna forget that. She was like, here comes the bride. I was like, what? And she was like waving the napkin. I was like, who am I marrying? She's like, you're gonna marry John. Bro, I didn't even know she heard that. She is so funny. I'm like, how did you think of that? But she always talks about that comment and she will not let me forget it. And she thinks that is so funny. Ava is so hilarious. And I love how she always has like a positive attitude no matter what. And she be asking me questions. I be having real conversations with Ava. I don't be sugarcoating nothing. I'm like, I just have a real conversation. But I just wanted to tell y'all that before we got up out of here. I will see you guys in a little bit for the StreamYard Live. We're gonna have the Foodie Gang Food Panel. We have 2 more shows of the Foodie Gang Food Panel. We're gonna talk about the Walmart raids, and I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When I saw this video, I was laughing. Y'all, if you see the police or if you see ICE trying to get somebody, don't get involved. It's don't get involved. We get it, but we don't get it at the same time. Um, she said she's beautiful and the best attitude. I love her. Yes, I do love her, Ava. And she working on getting her hair done. She got some new leotards coming. She got her foot is doing much better. She's back doing her flips. Y'all, Ava is finna come back, okay? And I'm gonna make sure that she feels as beautiful as she is. But this is Kitchen Talk with Chef Big Bang. We made Greek yogurt parfaits. Shout out to the members. And if you do not have a membership, go ahead and join the channel so you could be a part of the great conversations. Um, so you can be a part of the great conversations. I will see you guys soon. We will be back here for another live stream in about 2 to 3 hours. And we're gonna have the Foodie Gang Food Panel. They are hilarious. So, oh, and before I go, shout out to the sponsors of the show. We got Brandon. We got the same Brandon that said he gonna drink Brittany Runner's bathwater, but I actually like Brandon. Brandon is so funny, very well educated, very smart, except for the bathwater statement. But he got some jokes on deck. And shout out to Gigi, our new friend from North Carolina. We absolutely love Gigi. And she's always coming in and being positive, adding to the conversation. We're so glad to have you guys not only be sponsors of the show, but also being members so that you guys can engage in these conversations with us when we do a members only live chat. But True said, I'm trying to have the best sister-in-law ever. Look. And Miss Lily said Brandon is fine. Brandon told me I look like a glazed honey, but Brandon is hilarious. He is so funny. But I will see you guys in the next one. I'm gonna charge my phone up and get the laptop ready, and we're gonna talk about some more stuff because we are not going to stop making content. We're gonna keep going. I'll see y'all next one. Peace. I'm out of here.